still got it. That let me know I still got it. Good. Very, very good.
Nice.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my Torrance and Cars vlog series. Welcome back to yet another video. Today I got two things planned for y'all in this video. The first thing we're going to be doing, I'm going to show you all how to detail an engine bay. And the second thing, I'm going to show you guys how to restore your headlights back to a really good condition. You'd want to do these things if you want to sell your car and you want to up the value on it, make it look a little newer, or because you want to ride around in a clean whip. Either way, I'm fine with it. But before we get started, I need you to do two things. Number one, if you're going to attempt this, please do it in the shade. I don't know where you're located, but I'm located in Houston, Texas, and it is hotter than a fool out here. All right, so that's number one. You could do it, I don't know, maybe later in the day, in the evening as the sun is going down, or early in the morning as the sun is coming up, or before the sun comes up. But if you're doing it in dark lighting, of course you need to have lights. Or you can just come to the car wash where I am and do it that same way, because they have the lights and they have all the equipment. Just put a couple quarters in the meter and you're good to go. So that's number one. Number two, go ahead and like the video, comment on the video, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I don't have just one category of content. This is lifestyle content, this is car content, this is music, this is poetry, and anything else that I decide to put on my channel. So go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more content. Now let's get to the video. This is what we're going to be bringing back to life on today, guys. It's 3.5 liter Infinity engine. I mean, it's dirty. It's had its day. Now, you're gonna need like 4 things to get this done. Number one, if you don't have a pressure washer, which you really don't need a pressure washer, but I like to use a pressure washer because it gives you the greatest results. So if you don't have a pressure washer, you can come to the car wash, bring you a bag of quarters. So that's what you're gonna need. You're gonna need some kind of watering system. I have this brush that I'm gonna agitate the system with. I'll put the link in the description from where you can get a little sprayer like this. I got this one at Harbor Freight or Northern Tool for like $5. And the engine degreaser that I use, you can use Power Purple, Awesome. Any kind of engine degreaser will work. You can dilute it however you need to dilute it. You can go by the instructions, or you can make your own little sauce. Here, I'm using the engine degreaser from TexBrite. I put water in it and I put some soap. I don't know the ratios, so it's just strong. That's all I know. So let's get to cleaning. Make sure your pump sprayer pumped. Pump it as many times. You know what I'm saying? Make sure it's pumped so you can't pump it no more. You might not have to pump it like that, but I know it's good. You just want to leave the car running. I leave the car running because I know that if it was running before I get started, it's going to be running after I get done. Some people like to cover up the alternator and some of the other electrical components, but I've personally done over, I don't even know, it's been hundreds of them, and I've not had any problems not taping anything up and just leaving it running. So why would I do anything different this time? This is my personal vehicle, and the only reason why I'm cleaning my engine and doing a headlight restoration is to get more value for my car, to make it a little bit more presentable to whoever's gonna be buying the car. So I leave it running. Also, leaving it running helps it dry a little quicker. You know, you definitely do not want water staying in certain areas for too long. So that's why I leave it running as well. But it's pretty simple to cleaning your engine. All you do, you get you a nice degreaser. You don't even have to put it in a pump sprayer. You can get, if you go to get the Power Purple or the Awesome, you can leave it in those bottles and just spray it on there. You leave the engine running or tape up things, however you're gonna do it, however you wanna do it. There's more than one way to skin this kind of cat. You can leave it running, start spraying the water, spray the degreaser on it, let it sit for maybe, I don't know, depending on how hot it is. You don't want it to dry up on there because that kind of defeats the purpose. You want it wet, you want it to be lubricated. So that way, once you agitate it with your brush or your towel, you know, you can get the job done. So once you spray it, then you agitate it. Once you agitate it, then you rinse it off. And once you rinse it off, you might have to go again on a second, you know, do a second pass if it's not up to your standards. Totally up to you. My engine was not that bad. It was more dusty than anything. So it's already looking pretty good. It's giving me that deep black shine, that deep black, you know what I'm saying? It did what it needed to do. And I'm glad that it did what it needed to do. I'm glad I only needed to do one pass. I didn't have to do anything extra. But this is not gonna be the case for every car, guys. So if you have to go over yours 2, 3, 4 times, hey, so be it. Just trust the process and understand that it takes time. It takes a little work, it takes a little elbow grease for certain cars and for certain applications. And once you do all of that stuff, you let it rinse, you wanna let it dry. You can get maybe like a matte shine from a matte finish or something like that, a tire shine or something like that, and put it on there so that way you get a little shine. But like I said, this is my personal vehicle and I'm not going to put any of that on there because sometimes when you're buying a car, when people see that kind of stuff, they like, oh, what you trying to hide? I'm not trying to hide nothing. I could put it on there, but I'm not going to because like I said, I don't have anything to hide and I just want them to see what they're really getting. Sometimes that stuff, the shine hides imperfections in the car. And that's another reason why some people put it on there. But I'm not putting it on mine, like I said, because I'm selling it to someone else. The last thing you want to do once it's all dry and you're happy with your work, you want to cut the car off, crank it back up to make sure it's going to start. I'm 99.9, I'm 100% sure it's going to start up again. But that's just something that I do for safe measure. It's kind of like, I don't know if you ever seen that meme where you got men that strap stuff down to the back of their trailer and then they pull the strap and be like, that ain't going nowhere. This kind of one of those things. So we ain't finna jinx nothing. And that, folks, is how you detail an engine bay. All right, okay, I know I told y'all that I would be doing a headlight restoration in this video, but let me tell y'all what happened. What had happened was I just detailed the engine and I sold the car as is. Now, I had every intention to restore the headlights on it, but literally, what had happened was I decided to do a tune-up and an oil change on the car that day. I had never changed the spark plugs on it. It wasn't a bad job. It took about an hour. However, I did detail the car that day as well. Like I didn't do the engine bay cleaning that day, but I did clean everything out of the car. And then I had a lot of other things going on that day. So after I got done putting the spark plugs in, my plan was to go and restore the headlights and videotape it. Well, after I got done, the car was misfiring. And I was like, oh man, I'm tired. I'm not gonna deal with this today. So I just went in the house and I was just like, okay, I'll deal with this another day. But I also told the guy who was purchasing it that I would send him pictures before the end of that day. And so I just went ahead and called him. I said, hey, look, man. So the car is misfiring and this and that. I told him everything about the car. He still wanted to come look at it. So anyway, he gets there and I tell him, look, it can be either two things why the car is misfiring, because I know it was not misfiring like this before I put them sparky sparks in there. You understand what I mean? I told him the first reason, and the reason that I really think it was misfiring, was that I mixed up the firing order. Like some of the coil pack wires, I mixed them up. And the other reason would be that they're the wrong spark plugs. They're not gapped correctly. But I didn't think it was that. I knew it wasn't that. I knew it had something to do with those spark plug wires not being put in their correct place. Anyway, he still drove it with the misfire because I'm like, the engine's still good. Like, I've been driving it all day. I know ain't nothing wrong with it. So I let him drive it around the block. And I'm glad that we did that because that allowed the check engine light to come on and it displayed a misfire on cylinder 1. Now, my mechanical brain went to thinking, okay, if I got the wires mixed up, then it would have said random multiple misfire when the codes came in. But the fact that it only said cylinder 1 misfire let me know that I left that coil pack unplugged. And Lord and behold, I went under the hood. I told the dude, I was like, look, I'm finna fix this right now in front of your face. I went out there. It took about 3 minutes to fix it. And I said, hey, go crank it up. Crunk it up. And it ran smooth as silk. And he pulled off in it. So that's why I did not include a tutorial on how to restore headlights in this video. But I promise you I'll do it in a later video. I don't know when, but I promise you, you have my word, I will put it in the video. And also too, we are at like 49 subscribers. We're not going to despise the small things, but if we're faithful with the small things, then much more will be added to us. You understand what I mean? So with that being said, I'm going to do a giveaway at 100 subscribers. So go ahead, like, comment, share the video, subscribe to the channel, because this channel has so much information that everybody could benefit from. We're just getting started. We're not going to stop here. So go ahead and like, comment, share the video, subscribe to the channel to stay updated for when I release new content. More videos and more creative content, more poetry, more car videos, more lifestyle videos, more music. All of this stuff will be released on the channel, so you don't want to miss that. Now, before we go, I just want to thank each and every one of you for staying to the end with me. You ain't have to do that. You were a real one for that, and I appreciate you. I don't take it lightly. I promise you I'm not just saying that. I really don't take it lightly. So once again, I'd just like to thank each and every one of you all for watching, staying with me to the end of this video. And until next time, have a great day.